Well, don't we have a lot to cover at the beginning of this episode? Yes, this is the second video of the week, but it's the first one I'm recording after coming back from the weekend. And, you may have seen in the local media or national media, Cambridge United did a thing at the weekend. The shirt came good. Up at St James's Park. Cambridge 1, Newcastle 0. Unbelievable. I'm still riding the high. To start with, though, I want to say thank you to DJ and Jasper for joining the Patreon over the past couple of days as well. I really appreciate that. Thank you, lads. And to those of you that came up and said hello at St James's Park, thank you for your support on this Barca series. I apologise, I didn't get your names. I should have done. There were a couple of guys that came up and said hello up in the concourse at St James's Park, said they were watching this Barcelona series, and not only that, they were doing their own, although not quite so strict financially, which I can't blame them for. Thank you, lads, for your support. I hope you enjoyed the day and the weekend. I think everybody in that away section enjoyed the day and the weekend. Today, we have a cup game of our own, albeit the league title looks like it's gotten away from us. We do have the Copa del Rey final against Sevilla to play today. It'll be Sociedad, Sevilla and Mallorca that will play today. And then tomorrow the league finale will end. Although, to be fair, I may even do the league finale today if the title is completely away from us by the time we get to the end of today's month. But we'll start with this home game against Cadiz, which will sim. And we should be perfectly fine for a victory here. We're not, apparently. It's a 2-2 draw. Fucking superb. Well, moving forward, that might actually seal whether we end the season today or not. Board assessment. Yeah. Not happening, lads. So, what's the gap now? Or Real Madrid haven't played yet. But the gap is currently 7 points. And it's probably not going to get any closer than that between now and the end of the season. Sociedad, Sevilla, Mallorca. Then Betis, Celta Vigo, Getafe and Villarreal. It will probably end the season today, to be completely honest. But thank you for your support on this first season, most importantly. Make sure you continue to drop the videos a thumbs up as well. The one on Friday didn't quite reach 1,000 likes, so please keep that going. I'm recording this before you've seen Monday's, the title deciding Classico episode. But for now, hopefully, this will be the episode where we win our first proper silverware here at Barcelona. I hope. Drop the video a like if you're enjoying. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on Season 2, which will obviously be starting very soon, where we hope to be able to be in a position to sign some players because of the financial changes that we've been able to put into effect this season. Not only that, I've got some more youngsters that have brought through that might be half decent. Brian Mayer, at the minute, is shit. 48 rated centre-back, but with some training, could be pretty good. He's obviously not suited to centre-back at the minute with the low tackling, but the tackling's not astronomically low. It's not like it's in the 20s or 30s. So I'm actually going to keep him as a centre-back and try and solely train his defensive stats and try and get him to a position where he can actually do the job for us at centre-back. We've also got Navas, who I'm not sure about yet. Still waiting for him to train as a right winger. There's Mike Visser. Currently retraining him as a cam. A Dutchman, 17 years of age. If anything, actually might look better as a centre forward with 70 finishing, but we'll wait and see. Miguel Ribeiro is still training and still learning his trade as a cam, but up to 67 with a position change and hopefully continual growth from him moving forward. And Javier Guerrero is still waiting to be moved to a cam from a right winger. And hopefully he will prove to be a decent player too. Right, moving forward then into the game against Real Sociedad away before the cup final against Sevilla, where hopefully, well, actually Real Sociedad are now above us in the league. I was actually looking at their points tally, not our own. Sociedad are 7 points from Real Madrid. We are 8 points from Real Madrid. Yay. So, probably looking over our shoulders more so than anything else above us. Right, let's go and play Real Sociedad. Try and get that second spot back. The side that are currently sat second in La Liga. Alex Romero is in goal for them. They're playing an aggressive 4-2-3-1, as you can see from the middle of the screen there. Zaldua's at right back. Elizondo, Zubeldia and Munoz is their back line, which isn't on paper that strong. Mikel Merino's a very good player. Zubimendi is decent enough. Still got David Silva at cam. Porto is so very quick and difficult to deal with. Oyarzabal, I'm sure you all know of. And Alexander Isak is very good as well. And he scored an extremely good goal against us in this save earlier on. In fact, 2 good goals against us earlier on in this save. So we're at full strength, not risking anything. I'm basically going to try and play as full strength aside in every single game that we have, regardless of some stamina issues. But everybody was able to recover from the last game to this one, so they should be able to recover from this one to the Sevilla one. It's second versus third in La Liga, and hopefully it'll be third going second come the end of it. Elizondo with a free kick for Sociedad. Picks up David Silva, who's just stood there on his own. Can't leave a player that's as creative and good on the ball as David Silva unmarked at any point, let alone when they're trying to build an attack. Oyarzabal and Alexander Isak linking up very nicely indeed. Munoz, he's going to reach Oyarzabal, and ter Stegen can only palm that to Porto, who I hope was offside, but we're finding out, no, he wasn't. Giving the fans the big love heart, giving us the big finger. Christian Porto makes it 1-0 to Real Sociedad here. Decent save from ter Stegen to start off with, but Porto wasn't going to miss that, was he? Right down the middle of the goal. Deflection out to him. Only his 5th goal of the season in 32 games from the right-hand side of their front 3. But that one is a very big one. It could help seal second for them here in Sociedad. Although I certainly hope that it doesn't. Good header by Mingueza. Ferran Torres doing really well. Trying to get this to Ansu Fati if we can. Running out of room, running out of space. Trying to get this to Frenkie in a 1-2. And Pedri, shot blocked well. Oh, both of those passes were meant for Ansu Fati. Oh, Busquets isn't going to score from there, is he? And the ball's been taken away from him 20 minutes in. Yet to find my rhythm offensively. We're going to have to at some point soon. Otherwise, this game's going to get away from us. We knew we had work to do at Barcelona when we first started this series. Although we were hoping that once we got ourselves into the position that we did, say 2 episodes ago, the season wasn't going to quite end the way that it has been so far. Very nearly 2-0 Sociedad. Alba back to Araujo. Forward to Busquets. And out to Alba again. Frenkie de Jong's making a great run. But I can't find Memphis Depay. Goal for Villarreal elsewhere. They are one of the sides chasing us to try and get into the top 4. That's a decent ball. Ter Stegen has on most occasions, and I emphasise most, been safe enough with balls like that. But I'm sure you'll remember when he fumbled one and it cost us a game against Valencia. Ferran Torres around the corner nicely to Memphis Depay. Surely this is 1-1. Can we bundle it home? No, we can't. Can we win this header to try and keep it alive? Jordi Alba can win the header there to keep it alive. Memphis trying to find some space. He's done well. Ramiro with a good save to deny us again. Still, they can't clear it. Still, we can't score. Trying desperately to get it over the line. But we can't. We still stay 1-0 down. Give me that. I fouled him. Definitely fouled him. Oh, they get lucky. Porto driving forward. Plenty of options in the middle. And support. Back they go. Marino out to Porto. Isak off the bar. They're cannoning the ball off the woodwork multiple times now, Real Sociedad. They were really close to being Real dos Sociedad there with a 2-0 lead before half-time. Apologies for the terrible pun, but my Spanish isn't the best, so when I can make a pun like that, I'm happy to. Although I'm not happy to be 1-0 down at half-time. Big second-half performance on the way. I hope, anyway. Big second-half performance needed at the very least. Into Zubimendi. He's turned really well, and he's gotten it in there to Isak. They are just raining down on our goal at the moment, aren't they? Real Sociedad, this has been a struggle. It has been every time we've played them. They say player to watch Christian Porto. Now you tell me, after he scored, although to be fair, we did say at the beginning that he was a player to be wary of. Oh, trying my hardest here to pick apart this Real Sociedad defence, but you can see just how tight they're playing, how close-knit all of their defensive players are, and how hard it is to try and find some space. Get Ansu Fati around the outside, try and dart back inside and find the goal! goal! Just like that, Ansu! 1-1! That was really good. More of the same, please. Cross out wide. We've had a lot of the ball in this game, but I've needed to keep a lot of the ball in this game to ensure that we keep it away from them. They've been so dangerous with minimal possession that if they were to have more of it, I dare say we definitely wouldn't come away with any sort of result here. Frankie taking advantage of a bit of a loose touch. Ansu Fati will get that out there to Jordi Alba, who's worked it back to Ansu Fati. Oh, it would have been a gorgeous ball through to Pedri to try and tuck that home. I couldn't quite find it with 20 minutes to go. Time is ticking down for us to get a result here, but I'm going to make a couple of changes to try and ensure that we do get a result all told. I'm going to bring Riqui Puig on. There's someone in the comment section, we've had a couple of people in the comment section who said that it's Riqui Puig, not Riqui Puig, but it is Riqui Puig. If I go to the pronunciation website, Forvo, F-O-R-V-O, which is the site I use for all of my pronunciations, forvo.com, this is how, in both Catalan and Spanish, it's pronounced.
Riqui Puig.
Riqui Puig, and that was Catalan, and in Spanish,
Riqui Puig.
Riqui Puig. It is Puig, not Puig. So that is why I pronounce it the way that I do. Right. Cracking on. Hopefully, we can score with Riqui Puig and give ourselves a 2-1 win. Down the line to Zaldua. Inside to Marino. And here's Alexander Surloth, who's come off the bench for them. We get a good interception, and it's Riqui Puig that picks up possession. Ferran Torres will try and burst past the defender. Got very, very, very lucky, but it's now completely opened up for Ferran Torres. And their bloody goalkeeper is having a stormer. I've had to rely on the woodwork. They've heavily relied on Alex Ramiro. What a save again from him. Zubeldia wins that header. It'll fall to Riqui Puig. Get it under control. Araujo loses control. And we lose the ball. Their goalkeeper has made some outrageous saves to ensure that they're going to get something from this game, provided they can hold on for 10 more minutes. But they keep giving me the ball. And if they keep that up as a habit for the remainder of the game, then we might well steal all three. Mingueza back to Riqui Puig. Into Memphis Depay, has dropped very deep. Pedri now playing out wide left. Stands the ball up into the middle. It's a poor cross. And they'll clear it again. 6.5 to go. Porto played in down the line. And back. Oh, he's burst past me there, Munoz. We're in stoppage time, and he can't keep the ball in play, but there's only a minute played, so by the time I've gotten this forward, either through the air or on the floor, the referee is probably going to blow his whistle. If we can win this header, whistle went before the header had even reached, or the ball had even reached them. A 1-1 draw away from home at the Real Arena to, unfortunately, only get a point. Real Madrid win against Osasuna. Pretty sure that's title gone, aren't you? Right. Copa del Rey final time against Sevilla. We're pretty much fit enough. I will start Sergi Roberto at right back ahead of Mingueza. Sergi Roberto, of course, leaving us come the beginning of the new transfer window as his release clause was met by Tottenham. But we are... Actually, what I want to do as well... Veenstra has been growing better than Duarte. So Veenstra is going to be the go-to central midfielder. Well, I've got 4 there at the minute, haven't I? I could do with some wingers. Right. The Copa del Rey final against Sevilla. And not fully fit Sevilla, we have to point out as well. Bunu in goal. Or Bono, as he's known. Acuna, Diego Carlos, Koundé, Navas. Suso, Gadeli, Delaney. Maxi Gomez, En-Nesyri, Lucas Ocampos. Sevilla beat me last time we played them. Time for payback. It's being played at the Estadio Mestalla in Valencia. And hopefully, this will be cup numero uno for this save. Out quickly to Ansu Fati. Memphis is calling for it. They're not really making many moves to try and put himself in a position to receive it. Frenkie de Jong could receive it here. I could spin. Look for Memphis. Try and bend an early shot. Perhaps I should have looked for the pass to Ferran Torres. But we're showing our intent. Early doors here against Sevilla. They will have players to call upon from the bench that are of higher quality than some of the players we have to call upon from the bench. But our starting 11 is better than theirs, you'd feel, and also fitter than theirs. So we should be able to outpace them and out-strength them and just out-physical them in all areas throughout the course of the early stages of this game. So I am going to go aggressive from the off and try and take the game to them. Hopefully, they'll buckle under that pressure and we can get ourselves the advantage as soon as possible. Back to Jesus Navas into Gadeli. Nicely intercepted by Araujo, who's tackled though. Oh, En-Nesyri! I mean, I'm doing that at my defence. I get the interception, and Araujo, as I'm trying to play that to Jordi Alba, I turned away from the man to try and ensure I didn't get tackled. And as I went to play the pass to Jordi Alba, that's just written me off, hasn't it? By remembering it from En-Nesyri, as Eric Garcia's come across, he's just scooped it up over any particular tackle that might have come in, and he's like, where are your defenders, Ches? I can't see any of them because they've ghosted you. And Sevilla are 1-0 up in the final. That's not going well, is it? Garcia intercepts that nicely. Pedri will squeeze that through. It's beautifully for Frenkie de Jong, but he can't find Ansu Fati. I can't believe I've not scored. I can't believe I've not scored. They've gifted me possession there, and I haven't been able to take advantage of it. Oh, my Lord. Win that header, please. Pedri's gone up well. It's Araujo. Out to Ansu Fati. Jesus Navas for company, so I'm not going to be able to outpace him, that's for sure. Busquets. Go back that way into Ansu Fati. Memphis is here. Got players around with me. Oh, but I can't find any of them. We're putting the pressure on still. They've only had that one chance, Sevilla, but they took it. And I'm not taking mine. And they are presenting me with the occasional opportunity. Come on, Frenkie. Find the pass. That was meant for Frenkie. Ansu Fati to Memphis Depay. Oh, narrowly wide. Forward to Torres. Holds off the challenge well. We'll go wide first. I didn't fancy finding Memphis in that gap. Oh, just so close to getting that final pass or finish away. En-Nesyri on the run. Alba's come across here, even though I'm evidently tracking it with Araujo. Acampos. Well done, Araujo. Don't lose it again, Ronald. Oh, ter Stegen leaps away to hold on to it. Araujo costing me here. Up we go, Memphis. Can't get there. We're strugs, lads. We're strugs. We're not really that threatened at the back. It's just whenever Araujo gets in possession, they seem to keep taking it off him. Papu Gomez blocked well. Corner to come in from this near side. Suso to deliver. Yeah, of course, it's Papu Gomez, not Maxi Gomez on the left-hand side of their front three. I mistakenly said Maxi Gomez in the build-up, didn't I? Papu with the delivery. Ter Stegen is there. I'm not going to go quickly to the front line because he's just not going to win it. Why would you loop that? You need to bowl it out at pace. Come on. Oh, and that pass is poor. Well, that'll be 1-0 to Sevilla at half-time then. Ref. But we've shown definite signs in that half that we can get something from this. Into Frenkie. We will go out to Ansu Fati. Going to need support essentially. And Busquets has come to offer it. Here's Pedri now. Lift it out wide to Sergio Roberto. Pedri got nailed there. I was quite happy to play on, but the referee is going to pull play back. He better book him. He better have booked him. He has. Gadeli with a yellow card. Pedri from distance, going for the worldie. It's straight down the throat of Bono, the goalkeeper. Was trying to find the corner, and he only found the very middle of the goal. Oh, if only they'd have played on when got fouled in the middle. Sergio Roberto was quite happy in possession. Here's Acuna. He's very comfortable in possession as well. And that's a very dangerous cross, and the keeper will calm and thankfully get there. Up you get, please, Marc-Andre. We'll bowl it out looking for Ansu Fati. Alba is coming forward in support. Ansu Fati's touch is so heavy, but de Jong gets to the loose ball, thankfully. And Fati will look to slot through Depay, who can get away from the defender. And bury it. We're level again. We've had to come from behind twice in today's episode, but we are on par with Sevilla now. It's 1-1 in the cup final at the Mestalla. Ansu Fati slots through. Memphis gets past the defender, even though he gave a tug of his shirt. The keeper did get an arm to it, but couldn't keep it out. Was that decent height for him too? He probably should have done better with that. We'll take it though. It's 1-1 with half an hour to play. Navas. Oh, nice tackle by Alba. Fati picked off by Thomas Delaney. Oh, so very nearly sending Memphis away again. That's a nice ball. It's opened up for En-Nesyri here. That's going well wide though, thankfully. Tempted to make a change. They, I think, are making a change. In fact, it's En-Nesyri going off. And I couldn't quite see who that was coming on in his place. Hopefully not anyone with any real talent. It's certain Luke de Jong, who got recalled from Barcelona earlier this season when we didn't play him at all. Finaus. Match done. Puta. Luke de Jong, recalled by Sevilla from Barcelona, scores for Sevilla against Barcelona in the cup final. You couldn't script it. 18 minutes to go, we're behind again. Memphis out to Ferran Torres. There is time. There is definitely time. Pedri, Busquets, Frenkie de Jong has come short. Ansu Fati looking quickly for Memphis, who's turned well, but the ball will break for Pedri. Back to Pedri, looking for Frenkie. They tried to play it to Ansu Fati, frustratingly. And it's been misplaced. I'll have to put the pressure on him now if we're going to do anything in this game. Papu Gomez back inside to Suso, back looking for Papu Gomez. Win, 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 win. Ocampos. Quick. Looking for Ansu Fati. He's got plenty of space. He's brought it down beautifully. Can we try and replicate the pass that led to the first goal for us? We can. Can we replicate the finish? No. That's what Bono should have done the first time. Annoyingly, he's done it the second time. They do get the save this time. Up we go, Memphis. Catelli gets there. Frenkie will chase after it. Got Pedri on the edge of the box. Got Sergio Busquets over here. Got Ansu Fati there, who's offside. Fuck it. 5 minutes to go. Sevilla still 2-1 up. They make another change as Munir, another former Barcelona man, comes off the bench for them to try and have a further impact on the game. Busquets, his pass is picked off. Busquets, look at Frenkie. Oh, they pick it off. Superb from Sevilla. Absolutely wonderful. And that might be the interception that finally seals the game. Or will it? No, that one will be. That one will be. We're going to lose the Copa del Rey to Sevilla here by 2-1 to a man that at the beginning of the season was a Barcelona player. Luke de Jong is going to score the winning goal for Sevilla at the Estadio Mestalla, and we lose the Copa del Rey final. Oh, life at Barcelona is not simple at the moment, in real life or in this save. Memories are being made, Derek Ray. With their own bloody team. Diego Carlos celebrating wildly, as are the rest of the Sevilla players, as you might expect. Also, as you might expect, don't really want to see them lift that trophy. I'd rather get away from there as soon as I possibly can. The away fans, or the Barcelona fans, would be filtering out straight away. And I'm going to do the same. Tournament prize money, great. 300 grand, superb. That'll cover the £1.5 billion debt, won't it? Lovely. Well, with 5 games to go and 11 points the gap, I think we could be pretty safe in the knowledge that we're not going to be winning the league this season either. So it's going to be a case of finishing the league campaign today. We'll probably play that game at home against Villarreal as the last one, but we'll sim our way there. Game 1, Mallorca. 2-1 win. Game 2, Betis. 3-1 win. And as we head to the game against Celta Vigo, with 3 games to go in the league, confirmation that as the gap stands at 11 points, Real Madrid have won La Liga this season, and they did it to guarantee it by beating Atleti by 2-0. So I'm sure they very much enjoyed that. Game 3 is a 2-1 win over Celta Vigo. Come back to the news that we've been able to sign Edson Ferreira, a youngster, currently down as a CDM, 6 foot tall, but really good potential that I'm going to retrain as a centre-back. He's got 81 jumping, so he's going to be pretty good aerially. And if we can improve his tackling stats, currently 64 stand tackle is his standout, then he could very much be a decent player for us longer term as well. We're getting a couple of decent options with our youth setup now. La Masia might just show some promise between now and the end of this save. It certainly is going to come in handy when we need players to fill the gap between where we are and are not allowed to sign new talent. We win by 4-2 away from home against Getafe, as we actually on a bit of a good run of form as we end the season. But I think we won't even play the game against Villarreal. There's been a lot going on in today's episode already. We will sim Villarreal, but after losing the cup final, we've now gone on a 4-game win streak. I don't know whether it's me being in bad FIFA form or whether genuinely we've just had a turnaround, but we've won our last 6 straight games in the league somehow. And actually, we will end the season second. Guerrero's now completed his positional change to a cam as well. Stays at 59, annoyingly, but if I train him as a shadow striker or maybe an advanced playmaker, probably shadow striker. No, advanced playmaker. Let's improve his passing more so than his finishing. Hopefully, we can get some decent growth out of him moving forward. 143.8 million euro added. That will come in very handy indeed for the financial situation of the club. So, as we end the season here, it looks like I'll, of course, wait until the very end of the save or season before adjusting the final figure. In fact, let's head there now, just so we can have a final understanding of what we've done financially this season whilst trying to rectify the 1.5 billion euro debt that Barcelona have managed to get themselves into over the past few years in real life. And we'll be able to have a full, more in-depth look at that in episode 1 of season 2 tomorrow. Contracts expire in Jutla. I'm quite happy with that. We can have a look at some of the youth scouts. Antoine Griezmann is being sold to Atletico Madrid. They have triggered the clause. He will be leaving us and signing permanently for Atleti, and we'll get some more money for that as well, which is, again, great news. I won Manager of the Month, even though I didn't actually play any of those games. Board progress assessment, they're probably quite unhappy with me. 61, I'll take that, to be fair, if it stays where it is. We were able to do the financial one. We did both domestic success ones. Didn't do the brand exposure. There wasn't a youth development, even though it was high, so I'm surprised at that. And we obviously weren't able to do anything in Europe, which was frustrating, but it is what it is. There is a youth scout report available from Brazil, but none of these players really look like they're actually going to be any good, unfortunately. So it's not really worked for us this year, youth-wise. There are some potential prospects there. Like Meyer has 80 to 94 potential, so he should be really, really good. But it's going to take a while to get him there, although his tackling stats are rapidly increasing as we continue to train. Ferreira now can complete that position change to centre-back, and he's up to 62. So Ribeira's up to 68. We are going to have some go-to youngsters to add to our ranks for next season. We'll wait until we get to next season to do that, as players like Piqué will age out. Players like Longley leave. Dembele's leaving as well. Jutla will leave us too, so I need those youngsters to come in. We'll have a full look at the financial situation with the spreadsheet in tomorrow's episode 1 of season 2, but we end by making a profit of 489.33 million euro. That's a third of the debt gone in one season. The biggest question is what is happening with the wage budget, and are we allowed to sign players come the beginning of the new season? We will know that for sure tomorrow once I've worked out all of the kinks. Let's have a quick look and see how things went in all the competitions this season and how our squad that we have at the moment have performed this year. Obviously in La Liga, Real Madrid won the league by just 4 points in the end, but they probably strolled over the line and didn't put too much effort into the final few games. Atleti only 5th, 17 wins, but 14 draws is certainly where they went wrong this season. Sociedad and Sevilla round out the European spots. At the bottom of the table, Mallorca, Alaves and Osasuna have gotten themselves relegated. Obviously, the Super Copa earlier on this season was won by Atleti. The Copa de España, we just lost today against Sevilla. European Super Cup was won by Chelsea over Villarreal, as it was in real life. Liverpool beat Chelsea in the Champions League final. I bet that was a hell of a game. In the Europa League final, it was West Ham. Wow, all English winners in Europe. They beat Napoli by 1-0. And continually, all English winners in Europe. In fact, 5 of the 6 finalists in all 3 European competitions were from the Premier League. Spurs beat Leicester by 3-1. The World Cup is ongoing. You can see the groups there. So we'll have a quick look at the Premier League and some of the other bigger leagues around Europe, see who will be playing in Europe, because of course we have qualified for the Champions League next year. Liverpool win in the Premier League, City, Chelsea and United round out the top 4, Arsenal and Spurs the others. Norwich, Brentford and Burnley relegated. Up to the Premier League of Fulham and Bournemouth, unsurprisingly. You can see the rest of the table there, those in the playoffs. And those in the relegation zones, Luton, Hull and Blackpool. Certainly Hull and Blackpool not cut out for that level. That's League 2. Weirdly, it goes... I don't know why it does that. It goes to League 2 first. But Mansfield, Newport and Tranmere promoted. You can see the playoff places. Sutton and Oldham would be relegated. Sutton in real life are actually up in the playoff spots. In League 1, Cambridge in the playoffs! Unbelievable! We will, of course, be doing a Cambridge United save after this Barca one, but that's a little ways off yet. Portsmouth and Bolton automatically promoted. I mean, if that happens in real life, I am loving life. Relegated from League 1 will be Crewe, Charlton, Fleetwood and Morecambe. Potential Champions League opponents then from France, PSG, Monaco, Lyon or Marseille. Marseille a long way back actually. Very good title fight there, as you can see. Only a point between first, second and then a further point back to third. In Germany, it was Bayern Munich by a decent margin actually. Dortmund, Mönchengladbach and Leipzig. And in Serie A, Juventus, whoa! Juventus, Inter and Napoli all end on the same points total. You thought the title race in France was close. Wow! That's incredible. If we ever have a season end like that where we're involved in it, it'll be the most dramatic season we've ever had. Outrageous! That's ridiculous. With regards to player stats, this year Memphis Depay shares the golden boot with Papu Gomez of Sevilla. Had he played the extra game, maybe he would have gotten the golden boot himself. Any other Barcelona players in the top 25? No. Also wins the assist. I don't know what you get. The silver boot is what we tend to do, isn't it? For assists. Pedri there with 12 as well. We scored quite a few goals this season. De Jong there with just 6 assists. Would have expected more from Frenkie, to be honest. And the clean sheet wise, Ter Stegen only 7 clean sheets in 38 games. Which is a large reason why we finished where we did. Although, to be fair, Courtois only kept 11. So a lot of goalkeepers conceding a lot of goals this season. Oblak there only with 7 clean sheets as well. So maybe I shouldn't be too harsh on Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. With regards to the way that the squad have grown, obviously we're going to be looking to make some more signings if we can. It all depends on the financial situation next season. But we have seen growth from most players. Jordi Alba is declining, but thankfully signed a contract extension and a wage cut at the end of this season. Balde's grown really nicely actually in that loan spell at Brighton, so he will be of use next season, which is perfect timing really. Garcia's up 4, which is great. Araujo similarly. Longley up 3, he's going to Roma. Piqué's down 4, but will still be of use. Mingueza up 3, and he needs to continue to grow, to be honest. Sergio Roberto leaving us, of course. Busquets down 2, but thankfully took a wage cut. Nico Gonzalez is his replacement. Miralem Pjanic will come back to us, but we'll look to sell him next year. Veinstra's growing nicely. Ricky Puig doing similarly. Gavi as well. Duarte getting some growth out of. Frenkie de Jong's been... To be fair, he has been very, very good. 12 goals, 12 assists in all competitions. They've just come over all competitions rather than heavily in La Liga. Pedri's up 5 to 86. He really does have potential to be special. What a player. Chavez is joining Montpellier. That's a loan, by the way, not a permanent. Up 5 this year. Atil's loan spell at Montpellier has been good for him. Up 3 to 69. Fatty's growing nicely. Jutgla is leaving us. Abe's up 3. Transfer listed, no interest. Ezal Zuli's had some loan interest, but for the time being, I think I might take him off the loan list until we find out what's happening next season. I couldn't get rid of Gallardo. Ferran Torres up 1. Dembele is leaving to join Manchester United. Trincao will come back, so we will have a half-decent player to call upon from the bench, which means I could potentially let Ezal Zuli go out on loan. But I'm not sure. Elias will come back from Sheffield United. He's grown quite nicely as well. Memphis Depay up 1. Correa up 7, hoping that he will grow more. Still has the potential to be special. Mane will come back as well, but I'm not expecting much from him. He's not my sort of player. He's an absolute lump, and he'll be sold on. So I'm not sure what's going to happen next season or what the financial situation will look like. Of course, we have to bear in mind the interest that is going to be added on at the end of the season from the loan. And then if we're able to spend some money, we will be upping our wage budget by 10 million euro in the first season, probably by 15 after the second, and by 20 after the third, depending on what the situation is with the debt. And then we can spend 25% of the profit that we've made. So we've made 489 million euro this window. So we could, if we meet the wage cap, spend up to about 125 million of that in the summer transfer window. So there is money to spend if, wage cap wise, we're allowed to spend it. But I can remove Griezmann from that list now, can't I? And we can also remove Dembele from that list. And I'll be able to, I have to add Trincao back in. We're also going to be losing Jutgla as his contract expires. And Longley's going to be leaving us too to go to Roma. Anything else here that I can see off the top of my head? I don't think so. So, as it stands, Ruiz Atil's wages will go back in, as will Elias's, as will Trincao's. And we are so very close to that wage budget for this season. But, as we mentioned, bear in mind, we're upping it by 10 million euro. So, we'll do that in tomorrow's episode. But that will read 107 million euro, meaning we will be under the wage budget. Under the wage budget. Money to spend, signings to be made. Join me tomorrow for episode 1 of season 2. I am going to need your help when figuring out who and where to spend, but we should be able to do something. I'll see you then.